usually start our vlogs in the airport, but we thought it would be better to start here with that view in the background. We're here in Scottsdale, Arizona to shoot 2 cars, which is a first for us. 1 trip, 2 cars. We have a 1967 Chevrolet Camaro and a 1991 C4 Baja that you guys are gonna see is a crazy car. We're so excited to be here, visiting 2 of our clients, spending some time at one of my favorite places. So I'm really, really excited for this trip. It's early Monday morning. We are headed out to Braven. We're gonna meet Braven, and he's got the 1969 Camaro Pro Touring. That's about 45 minutes away from where we're staying. I absolutely love this place. Saw from the intro video the hike and all of that. I wish this hill wasn't in the background here so you guys could see the sunrise and the mountains and everything here. It's just such a gorgeous backdrop to shoot these cars. So yeah, can't wait to meet Braven, spend some time with him. He's a fellow entrepreneur, so can't wait to talk to him about his company and what he's done, but we're excited. I'm going way too fast right now, so we're gonna slow it down a little bit and check out this 69 Camaro. What's going on?
How's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
Yeah, man.
Finally get to meet you.
Here's the car.
There she is. Awesome. Looks good, just as good in person as it does in photos.
Yeah. Even better, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. So what's the deal? Tell me a little bit of the background of the car, how you acquired it.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, full Pro Touring, like frame off build, incredible car. The guy who built it, he spent a few years building it, well over 200,000 invested, and he was building it while his wife was actually, she'd gotten cancer, and so his goal was like finish the car and be able to like enjoy it with her.
Okay.
She unfortunately passed away, and he kind of was just like, I'm done. Didn't want to like finish up the fine tuning little things that were left on it, and so that's when I got the chance to acquire it. And I mean, he had done a beautiful job and everything was done the best it could be done, and so we did a few finishing things, balancing things out, tuning the engine, little things like that, and the car's just been, it has almost no miles like from being, fully built from the ground up. And
do you know about how many miles it has since restoration?
Less than 500. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the exact number. But it's very low. Yeah.
Okay. So that engine only has like 500 miles on it?
Yeah, I probably put 150 going to like date night with the wife. So yeah.
I love the wheels too. They turned out great.
Yeah, the wheels are good. Yeah, 19-inch wheels around, so staggered 10.5 and 9.5 in the front. But
definitely modernizes the car a lot versus what was on it.
Yeah. So.
About the interior. Let's check out the interior.
Yeah, it's got the houndstooth interior. It's got a really nice sound system, subwoofer, kind of the clean deck laid out into the.
Where are the speakers? Are they under the dash?
Back here.
Oh, okay.
Right here, yeah. So there's 2 like smaller speakers up here in the front, and then the bigger speakers back here in the back window. Okay. And then it's all tucked in. Everything's like fully tucked in the car. So
there's an amp back there?
Yeah, in the trunk, but you don't even see it. So it's all back here, tucked behind this, so I can open this up and you'll see it, but there's literally nothing. I mean, there's a little access point to like the fuel pump there, and then I'll pull this back and we'll be able to see it, but that's where the amp is, like the hydraulic parking brake. Everything's tucked super well. I'll grab it actually.
This is clean. Gosh.
Yeah, you can see.
That is good. We need to take pictures of that. Oh my gosh.
So you see like the amp here, the speakers, and then the sub right here in the middle, right behind the back seats. And then, so the battery's tucked back here, so it's not in the engine bay, anything. It's just
Dude, whoever did all this work did a phenomenal job.
There's a ton of like details that
God.
they just like. It's not like someone did this like in their backyard. Like
No.
this is one of my favorite things. Like they took the trim off of the windows.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's like all modernized where you
It's
don't have
usually
that
silver around here, right?
have the whole like chrome thing. It's just
Yeah.
clean. You almost you're like it looks clean, but you don't even know what to call
Yeah.
out until you really see it.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, tons of detail.
Did he do the paint job?
No, it was a shop. I'll have to look at what the shop name was, but it was a shop here in Arizona somewhere. So.
But it was during his build?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was done before I got it. Yeah.
All right.
So.
All right, let's take a look under the hood.
So, the engine bay is probably my other favorite part of the car. It's just about as clean as it can possibly be. And I love that you can see down into where you got like the tubular A arms, control arms, and you got like you see this brand new clean chassis. You can just, I mean, anyone who's like looking at the car, you can just see right into everything. All the wiring's tucked away, so you don't see any of the wiring.
So
just
clean.
All the hoses clean. They like use really clean, connectors on everything. So just, I mean, it's little things you don't notice until you really see it. Like, there's not a bunch of extra just screws or hose clamps or anything.
Look how all this is tucked, man.
Yeah.
They did a phenomenal job. Yeah, when we were looking for spots to photograph the car, a lot of the spots were, like pull-offs with gravel and dirt, and we're like, we can't take this car on there. So we found a spot that is the road, so it doesn't need to go off-roading, because I do not want any of that to get dirty. Golly. You could eat off some of this.
Yeah, I mean, in the body, like, it's just super clean, no rust. Like, from even when he had it, so it was a California body, so, one of the bodies that was, built and kind of stayed West Coast. And
all the stamping is original? That stamping, what's in the doors?
Stamping, what's in the doors,
Okay.
So,
awesome.
All the original stuff there. But,
man, look at that. I love the custom
the
cover to the engine. That is a nice little touch that ties it in with the car. How much horsepower is it putting down?
440.
Okay.
Perfect. So it's plenty, and like the way the suspension is, it handles it well, and so it's just a ton of fun to drive, and I mean, it'll pick up and go. And
in your opinion, is the suspension set up more for road going, date nights like you're saying, or is it pretty harsh?
No, it's a lot smoother. Okay. Yeah, like it's not. I mean, you could like get it tighter and make it more like aggressive, but it's smooth, easy to drive. Like it doesn't feel lazy, but it's just super comfortable on the road. Like it feels like you're driving a much newer vehicle than a 67 Camaro.
But what's your favorite thing been experience-wise of this car so far?
I mean, it's just fun to drive and not feel like you're like worried about the car. Like, I mean, it has AC, the vintage air, like it's just smooth, easy to drive. Like my wife enjoys being in it, like just
that's important.
As much as I do, which is cool and unique for an older car. But I mean, and at the end of the day, like I've owned like some supercars and everything, and this car probably gets more attention than any of that. Like it just, and then someone opens I think people see a car like this from the outside, but then once you see like the engine, the interior, and then you realize like, oh, okay, this is like a real build. It's fun to kind of like have people have multiple experiences looking at the car where they're like, oh, it's a cool, like really well done Camaro, and then they're like,
open the hood,
crap,
and
like, a really well done car. So
it's funny you say that, because a lot of our clients that have the Ferraris and Porsches and everything, they'll also have a car like a Bronco, like a vintage Bronco or something like this. And they always say the same thing. They say that gets more attention
100%.
than their Ferrari. I don't know if there's now so many Ferraris on the road and whatever it is, but
these just stand out. Yeah, and it's like they sound great. The car sounds amazing. Like,
and it fires up every time.
Fires up easy. Like just low maintenance, but to have a car that's this fun, powerful old car, but it doesn't have the worries of like an old car. It's a ton of fun.
Awesome, man. Well, we're going to get a shot, and we're excited to see what it does on Bring a Trailer.
Let's do it.
Awesome. Thanks, Braden.
Yeah.
chicken. We got our lunch. Look at that. This has to be one of the most scenic spots we've ever shot a car. And a very fitting car. Just spent about 30 minutes in it. That is the best driving, pro touring, hot rod, whatever you want to call it, the best I've driven so far. That suspension is so dialed in. Just enough power. It's not crazy fast, but just enough power. Of course, the American Muscle sound. So, really impressed. I think that thing's going to do really well. So we're here at the Russell Built facility in Glendale, Arizona, and check out what we are gonna be putting on Bring a Trailer. This, I mean, I love all the cars we've represented so far, but this might be the coolest. It is a Baja 911 that has, it's based on a 964, obviously. They take the 3.6, bore it to a 3.8. So it's got about 360 horsepower, but the important thing they just told us is the torque. It has 311 foot-pounds of torque. And I can't wait to drive it. Haven't even been behind the wheel yet, but you can just tell by the stance that this thing is crazy. It's meant to go wild in the dunes, but check out the interior of this thing. I mean, it's nice. It is fully stitched carbon buckets with diamond stitching. Just a really, really well-built car. This is, their facility is incredible. They've got some projects going on live right now, a 993 project, and then my personal favorite, a Cayenne build. So can't wait to see what that's like when it's done. But let's go take this thing on the road and see what it does.
See you get out of this thing.
It's a great question. It is a Porsche 911 that a company.
That was my next guess.
Yeah, that a company spent $850,000 making it this, so they could drive in the desert and the dunes and all that stuff.
So if you want a Porsche, it's scratched up.
It's a very old Porsche that was nasty anyways to begin with, so they took that and
Gave it a relife.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So we're selling it now for them.
Scared.
It is. Aside from a club sport, I don't know that I've driven, especially, I mean, a road car. I've never driven such a purpose-built car than this. The transmission, the clutch, everything reminds you of race car, but then you go to stop the car at a stoplight, and that suspension does one of those, and then you realize, oh yeah, I'm in a Baja car. So just the mile that I've driven the car so far is, in that little bit of time, this car has already left that impression on me. I can't wait to get it a little bit further down the road where we're going to photograph it and learn even more about it. This car, if money was no object, I would have one of these cars. It is so much fun. There's so much race car in it, the gearbox, the clutch, the sounds the car makes. A lot of uncompromising things on the inside, but other than that, because this thing is supposed to dominate the dunes, the suspension is actually very cushy, very nice on the road. It's comfortable, but the hysterical thing is when you get on it, the back end squats and the nose kind of lifts up. It is, a smile has not left my face this entire drive. It has been so much fun. I want a Baja car now. We're here with TJ. What's up,
Sir.
TJ?
How
How
you
you
doing?
doing? He's the owner of Russell Built here in Arizona. We're at his shop right now. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, no problem.
If you wouldn't mind, give us a quick tour of your facility. How long have you been in business? Let's start there.
Yeah, this is our new location here in Peoria, Arizona. We were based out of LA for the first part of the business. We started this Porsche off-road thing about 7 years ago.
Okay.
Just kind of, pipe dream. If you build it, they will come. So that car that we're
The prototype
the,
is
the prototype was the first one, the prototype test mule that got the whole business going.
Okay.
It was this experiment, so to speak, in how capable we can make a 911. Ignore the rules, ignore everything that's been done. Nothing's really gone to that extent at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So instead of, a lot of guys would piece together parts off of existing Porsches, and the early days of classic safaris and these East Africa safaris were
Yes.
very much
Yes.
within the legalities of the class, meant to be stock equipped.
Yep.
And so I just had this idea of how far, like, what if we went really crazy
Yeah.
with a 911. At the time I was the head of fabrication for Singer, and we were doing hundreds of cars.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I got the Porsche bug.
Yep.
And I was heavy into off-road. Southern California is the mecca of off-road racing and fabrication and engineering. And what's funny is those two worlds kind of have a big disconnect. A lot of the Porsche scene thinks of off-road guys as these ogres.
Yeah.
But really the best fabrication and engineering in the world happens in Southern California, kind of that area of
Absolutely.
the off-road scene. So I saw a disconnect of, man, what if you took inspiration from this off-road trophy truck engineering thing and merged it with high-end, high-level restoration, kind of in the Porsche scene, and it was just a Hail Mary. I built the car. I lived in my shop for a year, took every dollar that I've saved and built the prototype, took it to SEMA, and it just kind of blew up. And
I could imagine.
And so from there it just led to another full Baja build, a handful of race cars that we built for Raw Sport that races in Baja, races the 1000, and which led to like our Sportsman's, a lower entry level version, so to speak, but it just kind of snowballed into what we have here today.
So that's what we have behind. This is the Sportsman. These
Yep.
three right here.
Yeah, so
Okay.
same 964 platform.
Okay.
Instead of cutting the car completely in half and apart and stripping and custom fabrication throughout,
Yeah.
we wanted something a little more simplistic, daily driver friendly,
Yeah.
still very capable, very durable.
Makes sense.
A gentleman's version, so to speak.
Yes.
Cut a year of fabrication out of the picture and make something that's less invasive. The only cutting on the car is the fender arches.
Okay.
Everything else beside that we bolt on. Obviously high-end carbon fiber, custom billet. We re-engineered all the pickup points, all the suspension. It's not just a lift kit.
Yeah.
And then all these accessories. And so this is kind of where we're at today.
Who does? Because I noticed this on the prototype. Who does your interiors?
We've had a couple different people. I had a Ray Griggs out of LA
Okay.
do the white car and the gray car.
Did a great job.
And then now that we're out here, we've got a guy that does it. But you kind of have to float with where we're at and whoever's not busy and booked at the time. So
And whoever's building the car gets to choose how crazy they want to go with it, or
Yeah.
you behind the interiors?
yeah, no, it's a custom tailored suit, right? You've
Okay.
got your basics. We've got all the suspension, the body kit, all the stuff that never changes.
Yeah.
And then within that, we can change colors, finishes, exposed carbon, painted carbon, accessories. You can go wild with the interior. We've got a couple of these which we call super stocks,
Yeah.
which instead of restoring the whole car, taking it down to bare metal, building back up, we'll start with something that has good paint, good interior, a good donor,
Yeah.
and we'll put our carbon and our billet and our suspension accessories. And if they want seats, it's like I said, it's custom tailored.
Yes.
To whatever level you want, what you need, where you live, and then what your budget.
Could you
allows.
put something like the Sparco buckets in this if you wanted?
Yeah, yeah.
In the Sportsman?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
We've got a couple different brands of seats. These have Scheelmans. We've tried a couple different brands, Sparcos. It just depends on what we're going for.
The red car has stock seats in it? Stock
Red car
911?
stock, yep,
Yeah.
stock seats. This
Okay.
is what I was telling you about our super stock,
Yes,
so to speak.
yes.
Original paint, guards red. We just do a paint correction and a polish, and then
Oh,
we
right. So
and then we
paint
paint
match versus carbon.
Yeah, and then we paint match the carbon body work to match. Stock interior. This car was like a 50,000 mile survivor. Beautiful interior. Not a cut in the seat.
Wow.
Not a split in the dash.
That's
so,
the original interior?
yeah, original interior.
Cody.
So these are my
that
favorite.
is-
They still smell 90s 911. They look 90s 911.
Yeah.
They're just a great, I think I think they're kind of my favorite. You still get in it, and it feels like a classic 911. The smells, everything works. The buttons and everything kind of have 30 years of wear on them, and it's just a fun build. Underneath it, mechanically, we've got all of our state-of-the-art components, and it rides really well. Super fun.
Can we come back to the prototype real quick?
Absolutely.
The car we're here for. So this, I assume to you, is very special. This is kind of
just
your baby, the first of.
Like I said earlier, this is
company.
kind of the Hail Mary. Let's just see. I've built hot rods and all sorts of cars. Fabrication is my specialty, is my craft.
Yeah.
And so this was, like I said, this was a shot in the dark. If you build it, let's see what happens. If not, I sell it and I continue building hot rods and street cars and whatever. But everything's kind of grown and snowballed from there, and it's special. What's cool is we've advanced in a lot of ways. A lot of our parts we've refined. State-of-the-art 3D printing technologies, carbon, our billets better than ever. Like all these things we grow and grow and grow and make better. And you still look at this car in hand built. It's about a two-year build by myself in a little shop in LA, and it's still cool to look at. It's still timeless. It's still got a lot of really cool features.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Very simple, right? Not all out. You got just material straps and poles, and kind of an RS version. No AC, no heat, no stereo, just no frills, just straight business. And,
everything works though. That's what today driving it. Everything works.
Yeah. Well, that's when you.
Fires
Part
up
of
great.
off-road is simplifying, right? Like less electronics to go wrong, less mechanical components that have the chance to break.
Yeah.
Remove a lot of weight, replace it with lightweight composites, so on and so forth. And it's an animal. It's fun.
You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but moving from Singer to this, were they supportive? Were they
dude, they were
understanding?
cool. Yeah, they were cool. I was good at the time. I actually drew this and had a render and kind of proof of concept that I approached Maz and Rob with and said, hey, do you guys want to do safaris? They're kind of started to be trendy back then. Like you just started to see a couple all-terrains and mud flaps, and everybody was freaking out about them. And I was like, hey, we should do one of these. And it was too niche. He's like, I appreciate you asking. It's not really not in our wheelhouse. And I was like, well, do you care if I kind of tackle this? And they said, go ahead.
That's awesome.
So that's that day is when we left Singer and decided to take a chance on doing something myself.
Well, I'd say you made the right move, because after driving this today, it is one of the best driving experiences I've had on the road. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like the suspension's compliant, but it's a race car in so many other ways. It's just there's nothing like it.
No,
really.
and I tell that people like, what is it? I was like, well, when you're inside, it's still a sports car.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
It's still a small
Yes.
cockpit. It's very much
Yes.
everything 911 in the inside.
Yeah.
And you downshift and pin it, and the thing feels like it's going to wheelie, and you slam on the brakes, and it leans, and it's this rolling
That's right.
monster.
Yeah.
And so it's very, it's confusing. I guess it confuses the senses as to what I'm in.
It's a good way of putting it.
I'm in a 911,
Yes.
but it doesn't feel like it. But like you said, very compliant, and it's just one of those things that the harder you drive it, the better it gets off road. If you're the faster you go, the more stable it is. It kind of stands up, and it's a unique monster.
Because we have a friend by us in Atlanta, Lee Keen. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, that builds safari cars, and he does a great job.
Yeah,
right?
they kill it.
But they're nothing like this. They're
a little over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a great thing going. They're
He
cool.
does.
Yeah, I'm friends with Lee.
Yeah.
Love what he does.
Yes.
He nailed the market with the simplicity and kind of, it's a cool guy club, right?
Yes.
And super cool. But yeah, I
took it to the next level.
Yeah, I just wanted to ignore sort of the stock rule book, so to speak, or what everybody thought could be done, and say, just let's build it the way I want to build it.
Yeah, I love it. Well, you nailed it, man. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for showing us around. And
yeah, of course.
You got an amazing place and amazing guys here.
Yeah,
so
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Here we are back in Atlanta, full day of travel. We did, we did Phoenix to Denver, Denver to Atlanta, and what a trip. Reflecting on the flight today, got to, obviously you guys saw the amazing cars we got to shoot, but we got to meet a client that we've spoken to for months. He's a young guy, entrepreneur, successful, started his own business. We got to hear the story of how him and his family started it. Hang out with him at his house, shoot his incredible Camaro, and then the next day get introduced to a guy who spent 10 years at Singer as their head fabricator and then went off and started his own business. And now he's making some of the most mind-blowing cool cars out there, and to get to experience that car and hear his story was amazing. And then last but not least, we got to stop by our friends at Foreman Motorworks and spend time with Franz and JT and talk to them and share our story with how things are going with RS and get encouraged by them and just get some advice from them. So an amazing trip. Happy to be home for sure, but an awesome trip, and can't wait to get on the next one and visit the next client and see the next car.